Did a EEG scan of your brain
while I was channeling.
While you were channeling.
Yes.
And there were different states of
brainwave.
delta and brainwaves.
Yeah.
Can you describe a little bit about what those different states are?
I mean, that's what we were really excited about doing that, because it's really not so much about trying to prove that Bashar is real, because I can't do that.
Right.
What we did demonstrate scientifically, I think probably for the first time that I'm aware of, is that the channeling state is a true altered state. And so the EEG readouts were definitely demonstrating that a lot of unusual things are going on in the brain when people are in a channeling state. And channeling is a natural thing all of us do.
Right.
Whenever anyone is truly following their passion, they're not experiencing the passage of time, you're probably in a channeling state, which is, as we discovered in the EEG test, between 40 and 100 cycles per second in the brain, which is a state called gamma. And in that state, some unusual things are happening. One of the most unusual we found was when people are growing up and their brain starts absorbing information, it goes to a certain frequency point and it generally stops. And that's called the set point in the brain. And what that means is your brain is kind of like taking snapshots of reality at a certain rate. Now, mine in general was 9 hertz, 9 frames per second, which is a typical amount of, rate of absorption. That set point is, according to our science and everything we know about brain science up to this point, is not supposed to change over the course of your lifetime. And certainly, if it ever did change, it would have to take place over a long period of time or be instigated by some sort of brain trauma or some major thing that would happen to the brain to change that set point.
Right.
But what we discovered is that when I go into the channeling state, it changes in seconds and goes from 9 to 10 to 11 to wherever it needs to go to represent whatever it is he's either doing in terms of sending information through or listening to the information someone else is asking him about. And it actually goes higher when he's listening than it does when he's talking.
Oh, interesting.
And so one of the things the technician took from that was that there is a higher focus, a higher concentration of attention given to when he is actually listening to someone talk, because he's assessing all of the things that are going on in that statement in terms of their emotional level, in terms of the real intention behind asking the question, and many other aspects. So there was that. One other unusual thing was there is a portion of everyone's brain that is responsible for processing your personality so that you can express yourself as the person you are. During the channeling state, that portion of the brain shuts off completely.
Oh.
So who's talking?
Right. So your personality's gone.
My personality is gone during that state. And there are many other things that are happening, including a very heightened sense of connectivity. See, a lot of people think it's actually a trance state. It's not a trance state.
Right.
It's a state of heightened connection. So that more associations are being made, more connections are being made faster. And so there is a higher rate of processing information, organizing information, and delivering information from a very, very precise, high level frequency. So many different things we were able to demonstrate are happening in the channeling state that are highly unusual.
Is this something you're going to continue to research?
Yeah,
more
we will.
further?
We'll look for other ways to, get that data.
Nice.
As well.
Yeah, looking forward to validating this special.
Yeah, well, again, as a state of being is what we're trying to show, and again, that everyone has the ability to do this, because if they can simply allow themselves to get into that state, it brings on a lot more creativity, a different perspective of things from a higher level, and it's very conducive to problem solving in a lot of different ways.